So let's restart this thing from the spontaneous, intuitive, and creative. Tzveta's piped some music in. I was going to, but she beat me to the punch. Yeah. Feel the vibration between the words. It's all coming from the heart. We run everything through the heart and everything from the heart. I'm digging this. That's where we end and where we start. It's an illusion. We were never apart. What, I can't hear you? I can't hear you. I'm going to keep going with it. Get your microphone fixed. All right, I'm going to put some music on. You go out and come back.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just had to put the switch on.
You had to pull your head out of your ass. That's what ascension is all about.
Put
Ascension
your
is all
switch
about.
on.
Yeah.
It's simple as
Put
this.
your switch on. But you know, but the paradox, right, again, you know, I say, I am soul, just another way of saying I'm not afraid to show my ass, but sometimes we got to pull our head out of our ass. That's really what it's all about. We're getting, you know, we're the only ones that can get in our way, really.
Right here, in action.
Let me roll the show out. This is the Da Vinci Spiral. We came on as you see us, and it's all spontaneous, intuitive, creative, collaboration. That's the order of the day.
Okay.
So this is your show. We're honored to be able to produce this. SoulogyOneStudios production, but this is your show. And you had some things you wanted to talk about, Tzveta DaVinci.
Yeah, as was my microphone off, and you were talking about the heart. I remember something. The tongue. The tongue. Show your tongue. Can all of you just open your mouth and just pull your tongue out? I'm serious.
Mine's full of muscles and a double espresso.
There's a science here and there's a seriousness, but you can take it as you want. Show your tongues, people, because the tongue, it's connected directly to your heart. It's the muscle that it's the outer expression of the heart muscle. So when we speak our truth from the heart, there's some alignment, and no wonder, like, you always experience the pleasure of kissing, the pleasure of tasting something, and I'm giving you something to think. I'm not gonna go down this road. Just this is what came to my mind. Very spontaneous.
Oh my God, beware, beware. We have no idea what's going to come out of her throat chakra now.
Oh boy. Yeah.
But there's a lot to be said for that. You know, there's a lot to be said for speaking. In this transition we call ascension, there's something about activating the throat chakra, and I realize it can be expressed through other senses or without the actual verbalization, you know. There's something about people putting it out there, and I don't mean in a hey, they're wrong, I'm right thing, but this is me and all my vulnerabilities and all my strength and all my failures and all my successes and all that stuff that activates the hell out of people.
Yes, the wholeness of us, and to dare show our parts that we haven't dare showed before, and this is like the bravery. This is
our ass. Showing our ass. It's not about shaking your ass, it's about showing your ass. It's about moving beyond embarrassment, right?
Yes, yes. Whew, so many things they're coming. I just want to start. That's why I put this music. It's from a very powerful movie. I really will encourage you to see it. And I saw it like six years ago when my brother transitioned. And it's called That is the Road to Oh. Yet there's so many powerful messages in this movie, The Fountain.
The Fountain. Who's in that movie?
I don't know names,
I
but
think I think that movie is a remake because I remember people talking about it, but it was like a great classic movie, like in the late 50s or early 60s. The
so
Fountain.
probably it's
Yeah.
a remake. The story, it's a love story, yet it's a multidimensional story. It's beyond powerful. I'm just talking about this and my whole body, it's it, like my hair stands just talking about this. So this piece of music is from there. Can you hear it? It's starting. And I want to start with something. I'm just going to read you a couple of, it's the beginning of a poem that I was introduced in the year of 2000. And it really set me on a like more conscious journey. And there's a point here. And it's called Ithaca. It's by Constantine Cavafy. It's an ancient poem, and I'm just gonna start it, and then I'm gonna post it under here.
What's it called?
Ithaca, Ithaca. Yes. So, when you set out for Ithaca, ask that your way be long, full of adventures, full of instructions. The Laestrygonians and the Cyclops, angry Poseidon, do not fear them. Such as this you will never find. As long as your thought it's lofty, as long as rare emotion touch your spirit and your body. The Laestrygonians and the Cyclops and angry Poseidon, you will not meet them unless you carry them in your soul, unless your soul raise them up before you. And yeah, I'm gonna post this. I'm not gonna read the whole
Keep going.
poem.
Keep going. That's some deep stuff. Keep going.
Shall I keep reading it? Okay.
Yes, keep reading it.
Yes. Ask that your way be long, at many a summer dawn to enter, with that gratitude, with that joy, port seen for the first time, to stop at Phoenician trading centers and to buy good merchandises, mother of pearl and coral and amber and ebony and sentient perfumes of every kind. Sentient perfumes as lavishly as you can, to visit many Egyptian cities, to gather stories of knowledge from the learner. Have Ithaca always in your mind. Your arrival there is what you are destined for. But don't, in the least, hurry the journey. Better it lasts for years, so that when you reach the island, you're old, rich with all you have gained on your way, not expecting Ithaca to give you wealth. Ithaca gave you a splendid journey. Without her, you would not have set out. She hasn't anything else to give you. And if you find her poor, Ithaca hasn't deceived you. So wise you have become of such experience that already you will have understood what this Ithaca means. And that's the poem.
I love that. I
Yes,
love that. And I think that's Greek. Ithacus. I
it is
think that
Greek.
is Greek. Yeah.
It's Greek. Yes,
So
yes.
here's what we're gonna do. Turn your music off, and I'm. Hang on a second. I got somebody here.
Okay. So, so this is hello to everyone that is here. I have to look at my computer to see who is here. All right. Can I see?
Keep going.
All right. So I just want to post this. Just give me a
Okay.
second so you can carry on. I want you to
I
post.
can't do this. Put some music on. I can't do both. The way I'm set up here. Let me just say a big thank you while I'm sitting here waiting on you. Put on some music. Find some music.
I will find. Shall
Tzveta
I find
DaVinci.
music?
Yeah, you find the music because I can't do both. I can't read what I'm going to read
Okay.
and play music at the same time.
Oh,
But
do you want
I
to
want to just
upbeat?
no. Something
Okay.
like the mood that you just had right there. Because
Okay.
something came to me that I'm supposed to put out. It's not something I wrote. But let me say this, Katie and the Crow today for SoulogyOneStudios for our 365, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day dream that's manifesting. She put out for a new computer, and these small donations come in, and they're not small in any way at all energetically. They're huge. I just want to say thank you to everybody. It's very hard to keep up with them, so I want to just. Some people probably wouldn't be comfortable with me saying thank you and saying their names, so I just want to say thank you to everybody for allowing us to be able to do these shows just like this. So, yeah, did you find something?
Okay. I'm gonna play the same music.
That's
It's
cool.
okay.
So, you know what I love about that Ithacus? It's very ancient. It carries a lot of different frequencies into an ever expanding vibration. And what I have to read is not as old, but it still carries the same truth vibration. Because the human soul hybrid is as important as any aspect of ourselves, and I will say most important in this space and time, the present moment, the eternal moment. So we take from this ancient and we take from this one that's not as ancient, and then we'll add our own expressions, divine expressions to it. This one's called Invictus, and it's by William Ernest Henley. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is blood, but it's unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. I love you, my sister. It matters now how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Yes. Raw, real, organic, original, remarkable. And yes, it's true. It's, yeah, yeah.
Well, that
Wow.
was a good roll, man. I'm gonna come back and record those in sequence so I can make a rap. That
We will
was
make it soon. When you come here in New Jersey, we will make it. We will make it happen. So today,
yeah.
today,
What's that? What's that?
today, today, now, right now, right now,
Yeah. Yeah.
right here and right now.
Yeah. So, Tzveta, I'm a big believer in spontaneous conversations, and I'm an absolute believer in the courage of the human heart and the intuitive and the creative and our limitless power in expressing from the heart. So, you know, I watch you. You're my sister. I love you very, very dearly, very dearly. We all have kindred soul connections. And, what you've done through the transition of Christian's death, you know, we call it that. And we know it's not, but we're still standing here. And the way that you've explained from the human and from the soul has been incredible. It's been absolutely an inspiration to me. Um, and I know to many, many, many other people. And as we all vibrate to a higher consciousness, we can fully feel anyone who puts their heart out there, who puts their real raw out there, their original. So I just want to say, on behalf of everybody, because I'm not the only one, that we feel your pain, we feel your wisdom, we feel your courage, we feel your love, we feel your selflessness, we feel your service, we feel your fearlessness, and never underestimate the power of one unique and equal soul, and you are living proof, because it doesn't matter if you have 20 or 30 or 50 or 100 people on a live. What we're starting to find out is that our power can not be measured in the 3D. And when you do something like you've been doing, it's like a giant tsunami tidal wave in a cosmic, galactic, off planet, off universe sense. It covers all dimensions and all lives. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And without all of you, that I felt you from day one backing me, without you, without all of you, without all these parts of me that you are, all of my parts, I could not do this. It's like I felt that building supportive, invisible energy behind me every step I made. And it's like two ways. It's like this is actually the spiral, what it's been showing me more and more and more. It's like we make one way, but we are met. We are met. It's a two way. It's you with the divine and then divine with you. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for your beautiful words. Yeah, we are becoming one voice. Voice.
Yeah. Even with our difference in pronunciation.
And this is
Really, Todd. Really. Rude.
Maverick.
You're rude, Todd. Rude.
I want to bring that very rude.
We got to laugh through these tears, man.
Maverick. 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 It has been enchanted me as a word. I heard it a long time ago, and I didn't know what it means, but it enchanted me. The energy of maverick, maverick,
I like that
maverick,
word.
mavericka. Okay, let's use it for the for the purpose of the fun. So it's been coming lately, and this is I call this tonight awakening the maverick. And we sat with Lori. I kind of coordinate with her sometimes. I tune with her to say, okay, Lori, let's talk about maverick. What really, and I read that in English, but I like to discuss it and say like what really means to you. It's like what means like for me it's a bringing something unique, something original. And I'm gonna use a lot of art tonight just for your delight.
Really.
Really,
You would
yes.
be rude if you didn't. I had to go get a
Really.
Kleenex, and I got an extra one just in case anything else deep happens. This I can't do the R now when I'm thinking about it. 33. Can you say that with the R's? Because I can't. 33. I can't do it.
33. 33.
30. I thought it was me. Oh, it's 30. It's
30,
30. Okay,
30
that's it.
sounds like dirty.
It's
30.
33. 30. I can't do it, man.
And actually,
So,
don't
yeah.
be rude. It's an original sentence, original from Christian. He will say, don't be rude, Tzveta. Don't be rude.
Why do you always say that to me? You always have said that to me. No, I like this transmission with Maverick. Keep going with that.
Maverick. So,
Yeah, that's cool. I
the
like that.
whole point here, it's like for 2 weeks, the spiral been splitting and many things are going, but it's kind of, it's good to stay with some things so they will unfold in front of your eyes as you're ready. A lot of things, all of you know how many things are, it's like balls in the air, or we are dispersed as pieces. We are going through enormous intensity of our own experience. So first on the maverick, and then on ascension, and then on the mechanics, how I understand it, what it is and how I understand it. And then we thought we had a little chat today that we will bring people just with very short, a sentence, what it means to you, because we're coming from very many different points. We're using many different words, and it's kind of to compare notes, yet, and this is my point, the fine tuning, it's not to compare your experience with anyone. And this is where the maverick is coming. It's here. I don't know even how to use it in relation with other in a sentence, but it's kind of to bring that maverick, the uniqueness, and it's what it's coming out as a voice that has not been expressed yet.
I just got that. I just totally got that, you know? And it's like this for me, what you just showed me. So, you can say the word rebel, and you can say the word antagonist. You know what I mean? Opposite, opponent. Um, but Maverick, to me, and I keep seeing all this blue, 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 blue. Um, is like describing the frequency when you're in a collective paradigm where you say, I will not concede to that because it is not the truth. And that could be a one on one interaction between me and you. It could be involving several people. It could be involving my own dialogue with myself about this or that aspect of the matrix or anything else, you know. But Maverick is the part of us that is creation. That is to me representing when creation took that breath from that void and said, let's see what happens if we do this, that we always knew we would remain connected and that we would, live and die for, energetically speaking, I think more accurately than physically, although we've done that too.
Yes. Yes.
And oh my God, Yvonnya just said something here which I didn't even think of. Maverick to me paves the way where there was no way, carving
Hmm.
out carving out their own unique creation for all. And let me add to that. I would say this.
Yes.
I've noticed many people out there in their individuality, really in communion with the universe, that have broken down energetic barriers so others will be able to go through it quicker. And that's to me, thank you, Yvonnya, another definition of, or another part of the definition of Maverick at the 5D plus sense.
Absolutely love it. Yes. Yes. That's the essence. That's what it's like, the bringing your uniqueness. And yeah, she put it perfectly. Perfectly. It's, yes.
Linda Starseed Scott says Maverick is the fire inside our our side, our burn. It's our burn. Um,
Linda. Linda. I met Linda in London. She came to Christian ceremony. I just want to say, Linda, you, you're maverick for me. Your absolute uniqueness, like a raw, real, organic,
a roll. What do you mean?
beautifully
What do you mean like a roll? What do you mean a
r-
roll?
raw,
Oh,
raw,
roll,
raw.
a roll, roll, a roll. No, I'm serious. What are you
Linda,
saying? A roll, like a biscuit?
I'm not gonna spell it for you. Figure it out.
What what was your first clue that she was a maverick? Her blue hair, her tats, her
No,
out there her out there post.
Linda, we're gonna talk about you, and you can say something too. But every person that we connected through Soulogy or through internet, and then I saw that person in real, including you, Todd. What struck me was it's the vividness. It's like you expect to see a person and you like them already from the internet, but when you meet them physically, oh my God, they're more beautiful. Like imagine 1,000 times intensifies the colors and the feeling of that person. It's like you want to eat them.
Somebody said something about vampires a while ago, so I don't know. You do talk like one, man. You talk like you're from Transylvania.
I can be a vampire too. I've been called many names, so
I know I
you
was
know
a I know
what?
I've been a vampire. I know I've been a vampire. That
Actually,
was like the
we just finished the originals. Have you watched that? It's called like this, the originals. And we are the originals. So thought maybe we do
oh
a show called The Original.
oh god, I've got
Okay.
tears
Okay.
of laughter on my glasses. I think. I don't know. So oh, I can't even see, man.
Okay. Yeah. Linda, I'm gonna watch your show. You did a show today. I had visitors and I could not watch it, but I'm definitely gonna go and watch you go. I love you. Yes. So back to the Maverick. What are we doing here, Todd?
The
We
Maverick.
the Maverick. Yes. The
Let's talk about the
Maverick.
Maverick. The Maverick that we are. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. So ascension, what it means to me. It's it's a modern word for something very ancient. And we all know it. And it's so ancient and it's so imprinted within us. It's like something, it's so stuck to your skin that it's so close that you cannot see it. It's so entwined in our everyday life that we cannot touch it even. So I've got a couple of ideas. I don't know how to go about this. Shall we let people talk first and after that, or I can?
Well, what are you proposing? Are you proposing they put it in the comments or come
You can
on?
put it in the comments and you can put them up. Yes,
Okay.
that would be perfect. So
So what are you asking for?
I'm asking all of you that are watching to put in a simple sentence. Don't make it too long. It's like extract the essence. What through your experience up to now, what ascension mean to you? So we can kind of compare notes.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but before,
Linda Starseed Scott says, I feel it as an old, independent, free part of me, like I feel a free bird, a phoenix.
yeah, I think it's ready.
Melanie Kaverick, and thank you for your message the other day, Melanie. She says quantum presence.
Okay.
Right on. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. She reminds me of a sexy vampire. Even my friend said it. Talking about you.
I can be a sexy vampire.
Law Stewart, Law Stewart says, return to original blueprint.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. So as people are typing there, I want to talk about.
I'm going to turn on some background music.
Okay, you put a background. A couple of weeks ago, I had this vision of as I walk in the spiral garden, I had this vision of the spiral splitting and creating that split, but it's still like connected. It's like a queue splitting itself. It took me a while to really understand what it is. So the last couple of days, it's like there's no day that is not powerful anymore. There's not a moment that is not powerful. It's like we are living in powerful times. And we better get used to with this.
Speak it, sister.
There was a wave. There was a wave of consciousness that I've been talking about this in 1987. This wave of consciousness was the first massive wave. And many people felt it. Many people talk about that. And my personal wave came in 1989 when Christian was born. This was my first wave that I physically felt it. I'm not gonna talk about that part, but I want to talk forward time. From that time, there were many, many, many waves. And now it's the last wave of completing the whole picture. And for many years, we knew that everything within, it's projected out. And in the last couple of years, a lot of people are realizing and admitting and accepting that it's a mirror on the wall. Every person we meet, it's, I feel to smoke too.
They can't see
Let's
me.
do a smoking meditation. Let's make it official.
They can't see me. Don't give it away, man. Morgan's gonna get mad at me.
No,
Keep going. This is a
how many of
heartfelt
you?
testimony.
Okay,
Keep going.
so
This is a
what we're gonna
heartfelt
do?
testimony.
So, what is happening? So, all these mirrors we accepted, many of us or not. I'm talking for me, from me, and for whoever it's on this journey. We have recognized that each person that comes in our life, it's like a flashcard showing us where we need to go deeper, reflecting us, mirroring us. And I created the energy game that plays the game of the energy of the mirror. But there's more. In the last 2 weeks, something deeper has revealed. And the space, in the space within, where we go within, and we shut the doors, we shut the windows, and I call it the alchemy. The alchemy. You take a raw experience and you put it in the chamber, in the alchemical bottle that is your heart, that it's, and you hermetically seal your raw organic experiences, your pain, your love, your sorrow, your joy, and you go and you, a lot of us have went deeper and deeper and deeper. A lot of us in this couple of weeks have pushed the word and went deeper. And this is what I'm experienced, that it's time, as we hermetically seal in, these are the hermetic teachings, and the hermetics meaning literally taking something, hermetically seal it. And I use this to run my experiences, personal experiences, because divinity, the divine, God, creation, it's very personal. I take each personal experience, put it into the chamber of my heart. I hermetically seal it. And this is how the distillation starts. And you start to distill the essence of the raw experience. And even from the bigger shit, most incredible essence can be extracted, especially from this painful, from these deep experiences that we have been collectively going through. Now we're distilling the essence, and the essence, and it's starting to come first here. It's an expression, it's a voice, it's a vibration, it's a resonance that we start to resonate. And it's even, you hear different language, you don't even know what it means, but it's your whole body, it's awake, and you feel the vibration of that person. Doesn't matter what they're saying, doesn't matter what we're saying anymore. It's the essence, the feeling. And as we tune deeper and deeper, and we become more open, we become more sensitive, very sensitive, very fine tuning. The essence is extract and extract and extract into the tongue, from the heart. Not by chance, I started with the tongue. Through the tongue, the essence is revealed. So whatever point you are on your journey, I just have one, because we compare with each other. And that's why I say, let's compare notes, but let's don't compare our experiences. Don't be fooled if somebody is going and suffering and going through something deep. Don't be fooled that this should be your experience. You go and you investigate and you question. And in the chamber of your own heart, I just need something fall down.
Yes. Yes.
In the
Yes.
chamber.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. In the chamber of your own heart. It's where you meet yourself. So imagine a ring. Imagine a ring that is being wide, and imagine the ring, it's starting to go closer and closer, and it's almost suffocating you. So the outer ring was seeing other people as your reflection. It's getting closer now. All you see right now, and this may or may not resonate with you, but all you're seeing now in your own chamber, it's only you. You meeting you standing for first time with yourself. What do you see? And here it starts, and here's the real step starts, the real journey starts. The real journey to Ithaca starts. You seeing you for first time in your face. Do you like yourself? Do you accept of yourself? Can you accept yourself even if you're full of shit? Can you accept yourself even if you're with big ass or skinny ass? Can you accept yourself even if you, whatever excuses you have put out for yourself? It's like meeting the self for first time. No one there to watch you. No one. No people. This is chamber. This is hermetically sealed. It's you meeting you. And it's heat. And you, how do you create alchemical? I study chemistry, and you put something in a bottle and you seal it, and you put fire, the passion of your soul. But the passion, without understanding what is happening, we need to understand first the process, and then we need to have the idea. We have to have the intention. So it's a process. It's a take Google how it is done, the alchemical process of turning lead into gold, turning one material, one raw material, one painful experience. Take it, put it, seal it into your heart, seal it, and put fire, and stay there, and stay there, and stay there, and burn the fire. This is my tattoo. Yesterday was finished. This was the most painful part, and it hit me. What I'm saying now, it hit me. It's like it hit me that only in the fire we can extract this essence of our soul. And it's a very, it feels very tight to me right now around my neck. I don't even feel to be with people right now. I feel more and more to tune into music, into my own silence, and feel more to be with myself, me and myself. And in this precious moment with myself, where we start to recover that blueprint, or so many ways to express it, or taste the essence of you, taste and seeing you. Whew.
Discover, recover, uncover.
Yeah.
You see yourself in the face of every friend, what you thought was an enemy and a lover, every mother, sister, father, and brother. I bow to you, divine goddess. This is what this earth needs. the whole unconditional heart of Mother Goddess. I surrender. Thank you.
A whole new space is created. A whole. I love that music.
That music loves you. You know what I loved about what you said is that we speak not from a place to be right and not to understand each other's experience, but we've moved to a higher ground. There's a new operating system, and it's like, just put out there what you know from where you're at. And by that happening, activations occur, soul codes are exchanged, and we move to a higher ground. It's that simple. Getting past the point of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like the universe told me when it straightened me up, or started to, just think and know, not think, but know and act like the whole world's known everything you've ever done, because it has, as I have you.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing to be ashamed of. No blame to project. No anger. None of those fear charismatic children. Envy, greed, all that. It's pure. It's fucking pure.
It's pure life with everything within. Another thing that's been coming through. It's U-turn, the biggest U-turn. It's not change. It's a U-turn that has been coming. And the U-turn, it's like, it's been for a long time. I've worked with time and space, and time, it feels to me, it's not what I've written, it's not, it feels to me, time moves inwards, time moves, that's why the spiral, Da Vinci spiral, it's inwards, it's the opposite direction. What you see, it's in the opposite direction. If you see the light, if you look at the light, if you look at the real light, you will be blinded by the light. So everything gets upside down, turn it. And it's becoming more and more, I'm more confident that the light, that we think it's the light, it's the opposite, because when you're in the dark, in the darkness, in this hermetically sealed chamber, and when you stay in the dark, and I stay in the dark, I've lived with shamans without electricity for 6 months. And in this darkness, where from the darkness, the lights start to penetrate, and you start to see in the dark, and you become the light. But because we are this light, and light cannot see itself, light cannot see itself. And this is where we are fooled. This is where light is just bright, and it's dispersing its light, but cannot see itself. I don't know, I'm just like rumbling here, things that they've been coming to me. And then any of you that have done the Da Vinci spiral, I want to show you something fascinating that was revealed. It's fascinating. Time and space reality collapsing. No more. And it feels so right. I cannot prove it. I'm going to explain it. I don't need to prove anything. We're not proving it.
Let me cut in real quick and lead you into this. This is all intuitive. You remind me of something I wrote a long time ago, talking about the darkness, and after talking about the darkness with Linda Starseed Scott, The greatest warriors do not come from the sun, though she is our loving mother. Instead, the warrior that you and I are come from the moon, from the respected darkness, where a warrior learns to affect the darkness with their own light from within, where there is nothing to hold you up but the God in you, the goddess that you are forever. When one begins to understand that the God goddess came from the holy darkness, and I am their child, who runs a universe with truly endless possibilities, and whatever I wish to invite, to see with the eyes of the soul, to take in the God goddess spirit, which is my own. With each breath of my soul is to say the words the soul never has to speak. I am soul. You're up.
Beautiful. I hear the music in interruption. It's not clear. I don't know if other
You're
people
okay.
or it's me. Or this is me.
Keep going.
Okay.
It's the
All
sound
right.
waves from the voice. Keep going.
Time and space, in my experience, the way I feel it, it's coming. Time, if to all of you that I have done your spiral, Da Vinci spiral activation chart, there's a 4 channels of activation, and you will know. I'm just gonna show to other people. Each person has 4 channels of activation, and these are the integrity of your own soul. And I added the time and space channel. Time and space channel are the challenges that you came here to experience. So when we face, and if you go back tonight, today, and you look here at your own spiral, and if you don't have time and space, please contact me. I will tell you which day, because this was a late couple of months ago channeling, because this spiral, it's constantly downloading new information. So these 2 channels of times, there's space channel for me and a time channel, and these are 2 challenges. Water and earth are my biggest challenges. And when I face my challenges, when I face my biggest fear, it's like in the journey of the hero, the journey of the fool. When it faces the biggest fear, the fear submit. They submit to you and they become your best ally. And in this, and it's just like the picture, it's so grand, it's so bigger, it's much bigger than we can only feel it. We can feel it now. We are tuning, we're gonna feel it more. And as if more of us are feeling this, we are gonna experience it. We're gonna see it. So, time and space as we know it, it's collapsing as each one of us is facing their own fears. And all it's done in the name of love, as each one of us are ready to surrender to a higher purpose, ready to surrender to whatever we came here to do, as we face which it's dark, as we face that which we are most afraid of. Time space collapses. It's like a massive intel for me that I feel it with every just talking about this, and I am just sharing with you now. This came a couple of days ago as looking. I work with my chart. It's always next to me. It's like, if I have done your Da Vinci spiral activation, just make a copy and leave it next to you. It's gonna talk to you. It's gonna, as we connect our own dots together, do you know what is happening? These are the fourth corners and the fifth. This is Soulogy. The fifth, this is the fifth dimension. When we connect our own, this is true me. This is how it's explained, true me. And if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But as you connect the dots, the personal dots of your own life, because the fifth dimension, and all dimensions have always been here. They have always been here. What is happening now, we are just taking the perception. It's like removing that. When there's a, when you're a baby, I don't know what you call this, that the baby is surrounded in that.
It's the ambiotic fluid.
The ambiotic, but there's another thing. No, there's a very fine things that it's surrounded. It's a specific word for this embryotic, and it's the placenta, but it's not. It's even more specific. I'm not sure about the English word. It's placenta in Bulgarian. That's why I'm saying it.
Placenta.
Placenta, like it's.
Yeah, we have that too. It's called.
To say, you have that too, really.
It's called placenta.
No, I was thinking that only we, the Bulgarian, we have placenta. I thought we are the chosen ones. Come on.
You know,
Oh,
I think the relevance of the spiral is coming to light
yeah.
because it's not a forecast or a fortune.
No.
It's about seeing the energy that's always there with the different faces
Yeah.
that it has, and being able to say, okay, this is what I'm looking at,
Yeah.
and I'll proceed like this, because we never have all the answers before we go into anything. We always go into the unknown. And that's what this whole trip's about, and that's what we're coming to find out, is that the ascension is applying all of us, but most of all the human, into every single thought, word, and action. So it helps you do that. So I'm going to propose that we do a special, without asking you, weekend couple hour broadcast and go through a couple of people's spirals that you've done, because you've done a lot. You know, you've done a lot in the Soulogy community.
Yeah.
And talk about it, show people what it is.
Or people that have done it, so for them to share their own personal experience.
Yeah, we can do that too. We can take a couple of hours and let people get a good look at it, and we're putting it out there with our highest intention.
It's a very personal experience. It's a very private and personal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like open if people are open to share their own experience. And somebody, Linda Starsit, she says she's okay with her being
shared. So
yes.
we can have a studio like this. We can have 2 more people on 4 at one time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll see you next week, and keep an eye on the mail for me, will you?
So ascension, just to finish that, ascension it's the oldest word. It's transformation. It's transmutation. This is what we're going. The baby turns into toddler. The toddler turns into teenager. The teenager turns into. We are in a constant ascension. Constantly. This is the modern word. Yet it has a very ancient meaning, and it's happening all the time. Constantly, we are in ascension process, and that's that Ithaca, the poem that I started. The point I want to make, it's nowhere to go. It's right here, right now. Don't be in a hurry. Let's enjoy the journey. That's my message for tonight, and I love you all, and I will see you. And yeah, thank you, Todd, for creating that most incredible platform. I love you.
I love you. Thank you for sharing space with us and honoring us with your presence. Keep an eye on the mail for me, will you?
Yep. Yep.